I did expect destroyers, like everyone should expect and plan for when it comes to undead. It was first when I realized that, hey, you know, I took out his thingy and it didn't seem to make any more. The funny thing about the Powerpush, when you add raiders, which I basically do in every game almost, is that when the heavy air comes in, like the frostworms, snare, grunt, headhunters, dog food. He could have waited longer, but considering I was forcing him to actually do something with the catapults, yeah. And when I also saw the frostworms, I used the spirit link, which you never want to do with destroyers. You never want to do anything with a either summons or steady spells like slow, or, well, you guys all know that, you know, I'm doing the teacher bit bullshit. Hopefully I didn't stay quiet too long. I'm going to check this replay once I'm done recording. Gonna have myself a smoke, sit down. Actually, well, you know, I'm still sitting down, but have some of my coffee. I tell you guys, the worst thing about my schedule, I work 2 p.m. to 11 p.m, is that all the bloody tournaments are, you know, on the hours when I can't. You know, I work Saturday, Sunday. I have Wednesday, Thursday off, and those are not the most active days. You know, it's in the middle of the week. People are busy with school and work, and, you know, all my all buddies are mostly off. I don't think I've seen anyone in the last couple of times I've played, but I haven't played all that much either. So that was it for me. The audio quality is better, which is good, because even I thought the audio quality was really sucky on the other one, but I had already done one recording, or I had done an audio, but the as I said, I hit Alt-S instead of Control-S in order to kill the sound, and I shut off Audio Record Wizard, so I had 3 minutes out of a 54-minute long audio. And when I did it the second time with the bad sound, I said, fuck this shit, you know, I've already commented on a too long game once already. Oh my god, I need the bathroom, so until next time, I hope you enjoy this. Leave your comments, leave your stuffies. I'm tap dancing in my chair. See you, bye bye. Damn, I miss my bass. And now on string classical guitar just isn't the same. What can I say? It's Vaulander again for WCReplays.com, doing another audio thingy. Copyrighted 2006, WCReplays.com. This sound file will be included in the live one audio zip thing. I have realized that there seems to be a lot more new faces in Warcraft. As Cygnus, the man himself, said, a lot of people enjoy my audios because I am noob. And you know, some new folks might need you know, easier strategies, noob games to learn from. You know, if you have a Spirit Moon or Grubby game audio, new folks might have a little bit difficult with that, because their strategies rely on like 200 APM, and very few new people have that. I certainly don't. but I do know a bit about strategies and general stuff that I might be able to confer to you guys. So if you're an experienced player and know what you're doing and can beat me with your hands behind your back and microing with your nose, this probably won't really help you all that much. But for those of you who could use a little bit of a hand getting into the game, I hope you can pick something up from this. We are doing the same replay that I did a live audio on, obviously. Pause it at 2 minute marks, 1x speed, Vaulander's vision. If you did see the live one, you know there's a Powerpush coming, and I made a strategy guide for that some time ago. It was incredibly huge, I think around 40-50 pages, and it was a lot of junk actually. Things have changed. There's been several new patches, strategies change. So the Powerpush has changed too. I have changed the build order and I have changed the main idea of it. In the beginning, when I first developed it after the vendetta against Slimer, I thought, damn, I got the Powerpush and I'm invincible and I'm gonna beat everybody. So I just went psychotic, and first thing I did was find the enemy base and basically suicide attack against it, which sometimes works, but most of the time doesn't. So I did change and added some tech and some catapults and some different way of looking at things. The main idea behind the Powerpush is of course the same. You get a lot of tier 1 units and you put pressure on the opponent. The basis for the Powerpush is of course having a lot of tier 1 and overwhelming your opponent, who I found will run back, hide in his base and stay protected behind heavy buildings and towers, and just tech up anyway and then just run over you with their advanced units, especially if you're foolish and waste your units trying to break into the base to get to his units. That's especially true for Night Elf and Undead, because Undead get the cold tower from their upgraded Necropolis, and upgrading Ziggurats to Spirit Towers is very easy. Night Elf have the living buildings that will give you quite a bit of smacking if you run right into it. But I lost my train of thought, so I'm going to do a very quick thinking here. Yes, what most players want to do, especially undead and human, is creep while they tech. The Archmage with his Water Elemental is excellent for creeping. Undead have the DeathKnight to heal their units, and also, like in this game, have the Cryptlord with Scarabs to do the tanking while they creep. Most of the time, like 99% of the time, when you run the Powerpush into their army, they will run away. Very few people will actually stand up to you face to face with just one unit production building, like a Crypt or Ancient of War, early in the game, which is your opportunity to push him into space and keep him from creeping. And while you can't really do much about him teching until you get catapults, you can make enough forces so you can deal with the advanced tech. Yes, I will explain as we go along, so I don't drag this out too much. Okay, so we're at the 2-minute mark, 1x speed. I might get a little boring and teacher-like here, which is, you know, the point of this regular audio, so that you people can learn something. We're at 2-minute mark, 1x speed. Vision is on Vaulander. We'll take the fog of war off so I can explain a little bit about what the undead is doing. It's not the best played, the undead, but neither am I. So you will face players like this on your career, and you know, if you're at about the same level, yeah. Anyway, we will unpause in 3, 2, 1. Unpause. As you can see, I'm getting my Tauren Chieftain, my grunt, second burrow building, and my Vaulander. I will write a small text document or something with the build order, so that you can practice that. I'm going down to creep, so I can, while I'm waiting for the Vaulander, so I can get my salves. Don't go anywhere without salves, and do not go anywhere without a town portal scroll. Very important. Clarity potion is always nice, but living units are more important than mana. Here we see him getting his graveyard. He has his Cryptlord out. He's running 4 ghouls, sorry. 3 south and 1 north. And for some reason he's upgrading the spirit tower by his mine. That's because he probably expects a blade master or a farseer coming to harass him. Most people use a cold tower, but spirit tower also work, I guess. I'm now loading up on items. I have 2 healing salves, as I explained in the live audio. When you have 2 healing salves, you can stay longer. Usually you go in, you attack, your units get weak, you pull them out, you keep the attack going for as long as possible, and then gather up somewhere. I chose the tavern on this map because it's right between bases and it's pretty close to his base. And then you just go back there, heal up your units, and go right back in. He is now getting scarabs from his graveyard. He does not have a shop yet. If you're creeping, or if an undead wants to creep, they usually get a shop fairly quickly so they can get the rod necromancy for more meat and scouting. I'm coming in here. The tower is assaulting me, and I don't want to be in range of towers. This grunt here is getting weak, so it's time to get out. He has far more forces than I do at this point, with the ghouls and the summons. You will find when you're facing a summoner like the farseer, which is very common for when you're facing orc, is that in the beginning they will have a little bit more power than you, but you will quickly get over that little issue when you have dual racks pumping out units. But it's all a matter of just getting in his face, trying to keep him from creeping. He's going for light creeps, those that I took earlier. And I'm heading up here to disturb him. You want to be on his ass all the time. The Powerpush is one of the most aggressive strategies in the game. And you want to use that. You have a serious tier 1, and as I said, they probably won't be able to hold you off, except for in cases like this when he has bugs to help him out. But creeping for me and the Powerpush is in order to get something. The first creep was in order to get the Vaulander up. Then it's, you know, if you need a merchant or a lab easily accessible, you creep that out. Of course, for expanding, you creep that out. The important thing is not to creep unless you have enough forces to do it rather quickly, because creepjacks really hurt, and the longer you spend on creeping, the longer he has to tech up and get